The Sign of the Times, episode 433. I'm from this undisclosed bench with some papered off windows next to it. Undisclosed bench here. They got the windows papered off. The space is available if you want the space. So, for the people who love the snaps, there's my new mask. I wear it when I'm not having to speak during a hugely successful, fairly tolerable web show, like this one. Pro Wrestling Tees made it. They sure did. It came from Chicago. Pamphlet of the Sign of the Times. T-shirt of JB Moonshine. JB Moonshine will sell you a bunch of those. You'll stick them in the mail in a secure envelope. Drive 50 miles to the nearest post office, I'm sure. Get them in the mail. Facebook, the Instagram, the YouTube, which you may be watching right about now. The Twitter, where you can follow me, but not literally, much like the Big Show does. We have a Twitter account. It's been made. There's upwards of like 3 followers now. Hugely successful. CAC program. CAC shows up in September. We hope. I got a picture of Seymour. It's not a proud member of the Gallen roster. There is a picture of Paul Moonshine and John Lennon. Paul's proudest moment when he was immortalized in that picture with John Lennon. There he is with the Freak Show. There is Paul and Zach Winters. Paul in his less freak shiny days with his niece Kacee Carlisle. You can get pictures like that at Kacee Carlisle at KaceeCarlisle.com. It's KaceeCarlisle.com. Let's say Father's Day, almost here. You can get some of those in Express. You can get some of those perhaps. Let's say you missed Garfield's birthday. You want to send a bunch of those to Jim Davis. He'd probably love it. Get those. If you're old enough, some of those. QT's favorite. Those if you're smaller, like Mr. Big. Some of those. There she is, angry. Other members of Team Bad Knees. Current book I'm reading, A Mound Over Hill, Book 1 of the Dark Depth series by Gary Morgenstein. Gary Morgenstein, former guest of Turnbuckle Turmoil, and he was with Pro Wrestling Illustrated for years, wrote this book, fictional tale of the last season of baseball, set in 2098. 2098. So, a while from now. That's when it's set. And I just got this in the mail. Look at that. It's another autographed picture of Kacee Carlisle. Look at that. Stompin' Steve probably screaming, "You must encase it in museum quality glass right away and put it on your wall. Don't worry, I'll protect it. Look at all those title belts. She's got a whole wall of belts. And she autographed it and everything. KaceeCarlisle.com coming through once again. And my Dave Dynasty shirt. Look at that. The Midwest Express. Be independent, it says. And if you look closely, these turnbuckles clearly in turmoil because there's a mask in the middle of it. I see what Dave Dynasty did there. He went for the me demographic and he nailed it. And for QT Volks, some sharks. He loves great white sharks apparently. He wanted to see it in the Sign of the Times, so QT Volks probably will list episode 433 as his favorite episode ever. But I'm a busy man this week. On Sunday, of course, Father's Day, we're going to be joined on Turnbuckle by Frogman LeBlanc from World Class Championship Wrestling, the GWF. He was in WCW fighting Sting and people like that. JB Moonshine will probably ask him questions about being Steve Austin's very first opponent, or maybe he'll ask him something about the independent company he's with to this very day. All QT Volks will probably ask him about recipes for frog's legs and Kermit the Frog questions. Not poor man. But he'll be on. Then Monday, it's looking pretty much free. Next Tuesday I'll check out Carneyland again. Then they'll be putting out Carneyland. Wednesday, it's looking pretty free again. Next Thursday, maybe I'll watch another episode of MLW. MLW put out some good things. I'll watch a little more of that, I guess. And the next Friday on the show, we wrap up referee month with Patrick Young. He referees out of the state of Tennessee. So, Tennessee-based guest. And a review from this undisclosed bench here, next to these papered up windows where space is available. You can get this space if you call this number. Call that very number, and you can get the space. And there's a shark for QT. Sunday, Frogman LeBlanc on turnbuckle. JB Moonshine been looking forward to this for weeks. Weeks he's been looking forward to it. It'll probably be his Paul's favorite episode ever. He'll be crying tears of joy, thinking of how great of a father he must have been to get JB to this pinnacle of his career. He'll probably be choked up for days just thinking of it. That or he just choking up because he's older. But either way, Monday, it's pretty much free. Tuesday, Carneyland, NWA on the YouTubes. Wednesday, pretty well open. Next Thursday, maybe I'll watch some MLW, and I'll be working on my book because it's a long one, over 500 pages long. I'm at page 35, so I got a while to get through that one. Friday, Patrick Young out of Tennessee. He can count to 3. He can disqualify people. We'll ask him about that. For Patrick Young, I'll probably get hit with questions from QT about Angus Young of ACDC. But pretty much episode 433.